Yo, what's good, everybody? It's your boy, the Anime Ambu here, coming at you with part 3 of What If Naruto Abandoned Konoha, otherwise known as Slashed fanfiction on Wattpad. And listen, so, you guys are insane. We hit like 200 a day or two ago, and we're already at 263, which is absolutely insane for me. Also, I genuinely appreciate all the comments, all the love and support, and yeah, it's just been I've been feeling super motivated, and this is going to be the last video I post tonight for this little 100/200 subscriber special kind of thing that I just came up with, so bear with me. I do a lot of things on the fly. So yeah, this is going to be that. Discord link in the description. I'm going to try to keep this intro short. So like, comment, subscribe. I respond to all comments, heart all comments, like all comments when I see them. And I genuinely appreciate them. And shoot, without further ado, future set, cue the intro. Naruto coughed out blood as he successfully entered into a random cave. He laid in a dark cave, bleeding. Naruto's arm was in absolute shambles. He took a direct hit when they clashed, not to mention debris was flying at them in all sorts of directions. They got me with this one. Naruto groaned as he tried to stand up. The healing was already doing its work, but these wounds are pretty deep. It'll take a few hours before this is done. Naruto wiped the blood off of his face as he managed to walk. He looked at the cave and its surroundings and found nothing. Naruto sat down in defeat and took a deep breath. His hair flowed down as sweat poured to the ground. All Naruto had to do was wait until his wounds were fully healed. Then I'll do my work. We failed to bring him back, Kakashi said with his head down. Tsunade sighed in disappointment. Tsunade looked at Sasuke and Sakura. You girls, Kakashi will tell me the mission details. Both nodded and walked away with a sad expression on their face. Tsunade looked towards Kakashi in a demanding manner. Tell me what went wrong. It's been 2 years later. It's been 2 years and a lot have changed. The elemental nations are in shambles with the war. Things were getting destroyed and people were perishing each day, no, each second. Families were grieving over the dead. Nothing was getting solved. It was all about attacking. It was getting out of hand. While this was all happening, Naruto was going through plans for the future. It's quite hard to decide, having to balance things out with training. But things worked out. Naruto is currently meditating. This is the first time he's doing such activity. But there was a reason to his meditating, to meet the fox. Naruto was transported into his mindscape. Naruto arched his lip upwards. Long time no see, Kyuubi. Naruto smiled brightly towards the humongous fox. The Kyuubi just growled in response. What do you want, human? Killing intent was being released by the fox. Naruto's sweat dropped at this. Can you turn down the killing intent, please? But it went higher. Naruto gained a tick mark on his forehead. Turn it down! Naruto yelled. The fox had smugness all over its face. The killing intent was turned down. Finally. Naruto sighed. He sat on the water, his eyes looking towards the Kyuubi. Anyways, what I want from you is important. Naruto was intentionally giving this sense of suspense to his words. I want to know who my parents are. This only caused the Kyuubi to chuckle with evil intent. You're too young to know. Come back in a few thousand years. Naruto's eyes grew hard. Tell me. He stood up and went closer to the Kyuubi. Like hell I will. Kyuubi brought his claws a little over the cage to scare Naruto off, but Naruto didn't even flinch. You will tell me. I don't care if you're the Kyuubi. You will tell me. Naruto activated his Sharingan to aggravate the Biju. You dare demand something with your cursed eyes. The Kyuubi roared with rage. If you don't tell me today, I will get my answer when my visual prowess is on another level. The Kyuubi knew what the words meant. You wouldn't dare. His claws gripped the cage in anger. I would. He wouldn't. Naruto wouldn't even use his Mangekyo Sharingan even if it crossed his mind. Fine. Naruto smirked as his Sharingan deactivated. I'm only telling you hints, You're not worthy for a direct answer. Naruto nodded to this. All you have to do is go to Konoha. He immediately shook his head. I'm not going to that hellhole again. Kyuubi just growled at the answer. Let me finish. Naruto immediately quieted by the roar. What I'm saying is, the answer is in the Namikaze compound. That is all. Naruto had huffed in annoyance and disappeared from his mind. Freaking weirdo. Naruto suddenly heard a huge roar in his head. Namikaze compound, huh? The surname sounded familiar to Naruto, but he couldn't lay his finger exactly on it. Naruto got his cloak and walked out of his cave. He was met with the thousands of trees in front of him. Konoha was at least 8 miles to the south. Naruto jumped on top of his cave. I'll need a disguise. A black wig and some cream appeared on his hand. After dropping his first black wig a few years ago, Naruto bought another. The cream was what he bought to hide his whiskers. It made him stick out a bit too much. Naruto applied the wig and cream. He turned to the south and started jumping tree to tree, the wind brushing against his face. This should be easy enough. Naruto had to be careful. This was going to be one hell of an infiltration. I'm here. Naruto stood on a tree branch that was overseeing the village. Naruto dropped down to the guards, Izumo and Kotetsu. They both immediately got into the taijutsu stance. Who are you? Asked Izumo. Naruto looked at both of them before looking straight. Let me pass through. Naruto flashed his eyes to the Sharingan for a quick moment to put them in a genjutsu. The two crashed down and fell asleep. They'll forget this whole idea when they wake up. Naruto walked past the two and entered the village. He felt a bit of nostalgia looking at the village. He walked into the center crowd, the Namikaze compound if I'm correct, and the compound should be at the edge of the village. Naruto took a turn into an alley. Stopping at a dead end, he disappeared in a pack of foxes. Naruto was at one side of the village, his eyes scanning for a structure that seemed like a compound. Naruto looked anywhere for a secret passage. Nothing. Naruto sighed at his disappointment and continued onward. He quickly moved to each side of the village to the other, but found nothing. Nothing. This amuses my ears. The QB laughed at Naruto. Naruto growled at the fox. What are you talking about? Naruto yelled throughout his mind. I have lied to you, human. The Namikaze compound is no more. Everything that they owned was flushed down the drain. Naruto widened his eyes. So what am I doing a wild goose chase for? Naruto yelled at the QB. Yes, the QB simply said before disconnecting their link line. Naruto mentally screamed in anger. Screw you, but something flashed in his mind. Namikaze. Namikaze Minato. Fourth Hokage. It was all made sense. All he had to do was find the home of the fourth. He obviously didn't live in a compound, so that means he must have lived in a normal house. I have to find his file. Naruto looked towards the Hokage office. He sighed and disappeared in a pack of foxes. Naruto appeared in the dark. It was in the shadows of the Hokage tower. Took a good look from the bottom before going to the back of the tower. I'll just have to put my stealth to the test. Naruto silently jumped on the next floor. He scanned the tower for anything out of the ordinary. Say, they always said only higher-ups could enter this floor. Naruto smirked as he disappeared. Naruto disappeared and reappeared. My dog! Boots, is you good? Don't look at me like that. Is you good? Yeah, you're making noises, growling at me. I'm not even doing nothing to you. Alright, I digress. As he finally made it to the inaccessible floor, he found numerous papers and documents. Each document was in alphabetical order. That means I'll want to search for the M document. Naruto started A, B, C, E, F, I, K, L. Oh, here it is. He found the document full of M's. Naruto tried to find the word Minato, but there was next to none. Surname, maybe. Surely enough, he found nothing. Naruto kept looking and looking, even going through the M's and N's many times, but found nothing. I'll look even deeper. Naruto found the U section. There he found good information. His document was there. Why is mine here? It should be with the N's. Passing the... I don't know what that means. It should be with the N's. Passing the document, he found another document. Uzumaki Kushina. He found a lead. Naruto opened the document and saw a woman with red hair. Naruto looked at the description of her document. Wife of, the words were blacked out. He looked at where she lived and widened his eyes. I was living inside her apartment that she was provided. There has to be a connection to all of this. Naruto disappeared away in a pack of foxes. When did he get a fox, substitution? Bugging, they should have told us about this stuff, man. That's important information. Water, if you didn't know. Drink your water. It's good. Maybe it. Alright. Naruto appeared in his old apartment complex. He appeared at his front door. Dust flew at his face as he opened the door. Naruto walked inside. Everything was covered in dust. Nothing has been cleaned since he left. Everything should still be intact. Naruto looked around for anything he could have missed during his long years of staying in Konoha. Looked under his bed. What's this? Naruto saw a wood tile that was loosened. He took it up. What is wrong with you, Boots? Lay down. Stop. He's getting me so mad. He keeps growling and making weird noises. I just let him outside. He's got water and food. He's just tripping right now. By the way it looked, it should work like a blood seal. Naruto bit his finger and made it drip over the seal. To his surprise, the seal reacted and the box opened. So I'm related to her. Naruto looked at the contents inside the box and saw 2 letters. The words in the letter was created by blood. Dear Naruto, hey, it's your mother, Uzumaki Kushina. If you're reading this, it means your father and I are sadly dead. We were looking forward to taking care of you and seeing you grow up to be the perfect person. But we sadly can't. Our last moments are nearing. Our last dying breaths are used to say goodbye to you. Don't let the fox get to you. This is advice from the previous Jinchuriki the QB. Remember to stay safe and eat well. Love, Kushina. A tear went down his cheek as he read the last words on the note. Naruto went to the next note. Dear Naruto, it's Namikaze Minato. I'm your father. You don't need to brag about it. You may want to know why I sealed the QB in you. I'm a noble man. I can't let a random person hold this burden. But I put the QB in you because I know you can control his power. It's a difficult job to withhold. But is it enough to say that I believe in you with all your strength? It's probably not, but if you can conquer the hatred from the QB, then I know you can do even more. I lived a short life, so I couldn't accomplish this goal. But I took another step. I've always dreamed of a world peace. Something like that could end all wars and bloodshed falling in battle. So is it safe to ask you to take up that goal? It may seem a bit selfish to me to ask you this, considering what you could be bearing right now. I will never know your pain of being hated, partly because I'm, dead. This is not a demand, but is a request by your father. Be something greater than your mother and I. You're our legacy, our son. Love, your father. Tears continued to stream down Naruto's face as his eyes were blood red. His eyes morphed into 3 Tomoe Sharingan and had soon begun to spin faster and faster. It then started to morph into 9 rounded shuriken with sharp-edged curves. Mangekyo Sharingan. Naruto wiped the tears off of his face, wiping off the cream that was hiding his whispers. In a split moment, Naruto disappeared in a pack of foxes. Damn! Wait. So his Sharingan is 9 shuriken with sharp-edged curving. 9 rounded shuriken. So, you know how... what is Sasuke's? Is it like a 6 Tomoe Rinnegan? Something like that? I'm assuming it's gonna be something like that. I don't know, but that'd be a cool ass Sharingan. If somebody wants to draw that up, shoot, let me know. That'd be cool. That'd be sick. All right, let's continue. Fuck, we're in an advertisement. Damn. How long is this, bro? For you guys. Because, one, I'm already here, and I don't feel like stopping it right now, and I'm really interested in seeing where this goes. So, I'm just gonna keep it going, and, yeah, we're just gonna wait out the ad. Real quick. Alright, bet. Naruto walked out the gate was out of Konoha. As Naruto walked in the dirt road, he could feel someone tailing it. Naruto stopped and threw a shuriken at the direction of the tailer. All the while, his back was facing them. Sasuke flashed from behind and stood a few meters away from Naruto. Who are you? Your chakra feels familiar to me, but I've never seen you in my life. Sasuke had a katana ready to pull it out. Oh, you don't recognize me. Must be the wig. Sasuke widened her eyes at the voice. Naruto, asked Sasuke as she tensed up. Naruto turned around as he took off his wig. Nice to see you again, Sasuke. Naruto stood face to face. Sasuke as they both had their Kage Genkai activated. Why are you here? Alright, let go. Alright, I'm gonna read this next chapter for y'all. Or I could leave you on a cliffhanger. Do I be nice or do I be mean? This would be a shorter part, and it's not really my style to do less than 20 minutes at least. So we're gonna keep it going. Alright. Why are you here? Asked Sasuke with cold, narrowed eyes. It doesn't concern you. Naruto responded with a cold tone. Sasuke clenched her fist. I'll beat it out of you. Sasuke quickly appeared in front of him with her sword in motion. A few thousand years too early to defeat me. Naruto dodged and planted a kick that was blocked by Sasuke. Shut up, I'll defeat you and bring you back. Sasuke said as they exchanged kicks and punches. You said that last time. Naruto said as he created distance between Sasuke and him. But look how that's turned out. Naruto summoned 2 shadow clones to launch him in the air. Naruto was meters above Sasuke. She immediately started to weave a set of hand signs. You can't dodge in midair. She sent a ginormous fireball towards Naruto. You say that now, but you forgot to ask yourself, is he Naruto or just a clone? Just try and guess. Naruto smirked as he turned out to be a shadow clone. Sasuke felt an immediate pain in the side of her gut. Ah! She winced in pain as she hit a nearby tree. In an instant, 3 kunai were heading towards her. Sasuke barely managed to dodge the kunai just from the short pain that lasted for a few moments. Naruto walked towards Sasuke, who dropped her katana while flying away. Naruto swung his fist towards Sasuke, but to his disappointment, she threw a kunai that was right next to her, leaving no time after just a dodge. Sasuke appeared in front of Naruto and punched her in the face. Damn it! Naruto's face was shrouded with strong pain. Naruto started to caress his pretty face. Ah, you hit harder than before, Naruto commented, their scarlet eyes gazing at each other. I've trained harder and harder. I won't let a dope defeat me. Sasuke smirked as she said this. Dope, huh? Naruto said with a trace of anger. He disappeared out of thin air and appeared behind Sasuke. Naruto tried to punch Sasuke with such power, but Sasuke dodged with her eyes wide. The backlash damage, if I tried to block it, would have been immense. Sasuke looked at Naruto. He doesn't seem to have it, but she knew Naruto. He likes to hide things for one big finale. As time went on, their chakra also started to drain. While Naruto may have large reserves, he's been pushing out excessive amounts in just a short time. The two panted deeply. Fatigue was evident, was hindering them both. Sasuke started to weave a set of hand signs. Fire style, dragon flame jutsu. Fire dragon was directed to the sky. Naruto narrowed his eyes and saw this. What are you planning? Naruto took this opportunity to deliver a nasty kick to Sasuke. Sasuke got pushed back a few meters away in pain. Sweat poured in the battle. This is gonna end soon. One will fall in defeat and one shall stand up and win. Moments later, rain started to drop down. Naruto's eyes widened as he looked up in the sky. Cumulonimbus clouds. Sasuke created a cumulonimbus cloud to create unwavering amounts of lightning. If I don't survive this, then I'll be toasted. Naruto was all out of options and looked at smirking Sasuke. You figured it out, huh? Sasuke jumped on a tree with lightning coming from her hand. This is my final attack. All my chakra is used up from that fire jutsu that I used for this technique. Sasuke wasn't sure if Naruto would survive this, but it was her only option. Lightning started to take a form. This jutsu can't be evaded. All I have to do is direct it at my opponent. Sweat was rapidly pouring down from Naruto's hand. Damn, I can't end like this. Now I'll defeat you with my ultimate technique. Kidding! A lightning dragon appeared out of thin air. I won't. I still have shit to do. Naruto then had a flashback from an hour ago. Naruto mentally had a sad smile. I won't die here. I still have to achieve my father's goal. The lightning dragon locked eyes with Naruto. Suddenly a word was engraved in Naruto's head. This jutsu was what could save Naruto's life. All he had to do was say it. In the exact moment, the lightning dragon flashed towards Naruto. Susanoo. An explosion occurred and created a massive amount of debris in the air. Sasuke was knocked down from the tree she was on and onto the ground. Excess lightning appeared on the ground. Please don't be dead. She wanted to bring him back to the village alive, not dead. While a lot of people would rather have him dead, she would not. Suddenly, a black skeleton humanoid appeared with Naruto in the center of it. Thank you, but this was her limit. All her chakra she had left was gone and down the drain. Naruto limped towards Sasuke. Thank you, Kyuubi. Naruto closed in on Sasuke. She backed away and threw a kunai from her holster. Damn, I should have planned that Naruto was to live. Sasuke fell down. This was her end. All the training and effort she did was in vain. My Mangekyo came in handy. But the amount of pain I'm getting from my body is almost unbearable. Sasuke widened her eyes as she saw Naruto's eyes. Naruto got inches away from her, but didn't attack. All he did was stand still. The skeleton around Naruto slowly started to dissipate. Looks like I won this fate. I'm physically strained now. The skeleton fully disappeared. Don't think you completed your quest just yet. Naruto collapsed onto the ground, unconscious. Sasuke tried to stand up, her vision blurred. Looks like this is my limit. Sasuke fell on the ground, unconscious. Ninjas slowly started to appear around them. Take the two to the hospital. Damn it, he got caught. Naruto got caught. Shit. Kakashi said as they nodded and followed the order. Naruto slowly opened his eyes to a white ceiling. He gazed at the ceiling stoically. I'm in Konoha. Naruto thought as he looked around. Looking around, he saw Sasuke unconscious. Naruto looked at his body. Can I move my fingers? Yes. My legs? Yes. Everything else? Yes. Naruto grew grin and slowly sat up. He had enough chakra to escape. Naruto heightened his sensing abilities. There was no one in the vicinity, he thought to himself. Naruto walked up with his hospital gown and walked to the window. He looked at Sasuke with pity. I should leave a note behind. Naruto quickly wrote a note to Sasuke in hopes to ease her. Naruto dumped out the window and disappeared in a swirl of leaves. He rapidly appeared and disappeared in a matter of seconds. Just a few minutes, Naruto appeared outside the gate with nothing. I don't need them anymore. Everything had been pretty much destroyed in the battle, while Naruto channeled chakra to his legs just to give him a boost in speed. Sasuke slowly opened her eyes. She looked at the note. and saw a note on her chest. It's from Naruto. She just knows it. Only Naruto would have left a letter like this. Sasuke looked down the bed next to her and saw no one. She clenched her fist, picking up the note and read, Dear Sasuke, sorry. I know you must be mad that I escaped from the hospital, but I can't forgive Konoha. I'll see you next time. Naruto. Half a year later. We are 3.5 years after his initial leaving, by the way. If you didn't remember, there was a time skip of 1 year. That was the festival. Then there's a time skip of 2 years. That's the note. Now a half year. We're 3.5 years from his leaving. Blood of the bandits was splattered on the ground. A person with a fox mask and yellow hair slaughtered an entire bandit camp in less than an hour. Trash like you should just stay on the ground, he said as he killed another bandit. His scarlet red eyes were scanning the area. He heard panting inside a tent. He was afraid. He brought his katana and sliced the tent in half. A lowly bandit was revealed. The bandit started backing away in fear. Who are you? The bandit stuttered out. The person smirked under his mask. Since you won't live to see another day, I'll tell you. He took off his mask, revealing 3 whiskers on his cheeks. I'm Uzumaki Naruto. Before anything else could be said, Naruto sliced the bandit's head clean off. Naruto brought his mask back on and walked away from the scene. He disappeared throughout the forest. If people were to ask what you saw, people would only say a yellow blur. Naruto arrived at his cave and quickly sat down. He sighed as he looked around top of the cave. Just another boring bandit camp. Naruto looked at his to-do list that should have lasted for a whole month or two, but was completed in a measly 2 weeks. Now that I think about it, my birthday's pretty close. Naruto had forgotten all about his birthday ever since he became rogue. Naruto looked at the calendar that he bought and saw it was October 4th. I'm turning 17. Feels like yesterday when he was only 12. Naruto lightly chuckled. Naruto looked at his mask and quickly put it on. Stood up and went to the entrance. I'll do something just in advance. Naruto had sensed a few people going in his direction a few moments ago. But it seems like they're going towards Konoha. Does he really want to do this? No, not really. He looked at the sun outside and let it shine on his fox mask. They're closing in. Naruto jumped on the cave and sat at the top. He waited patiently for his opponents. He soon saw 4 people with cloud forehead protectors. So they're advancing their war against the Leaf. Naruto really didn't care about the Leaf's affairs, but they were crossing his territory. They won't leave here alive if they see my cave. Naruto brought his katana out from his seal, and his eyes turned cold. The 4 Cloud Nin jumped onto the grass. Who are you? Asked one of the ninjas. They all went into a taijutsu stance in prepare for a fight? Preparing for a fight, whatever. That you don't need to know, but all you need to know is that. He disappeared and reappeared in front of the furthest in the back. You're all going to die. Naruto motioned his katana and ruthlessly stabbed the Cloud Nin in the chest. This is going to be a long episode, I feel like. Yeah, 20 minutes? I thought it would be longer. Alright, whatever. The ninja spat out blood onto the grass, tainting it with his sins. The other 3 stared in horror as their teammate dropped to the floor, dead. Naruto swung his katana to throw away the blood on the blade. You will pay for that, one of the nins yelled and closed in on Naruto with a kunai. Oh, really? Naruto's eyes turned scarlet red. The person froze as he was under a genjutsu. He took this time to throw his katana into the Cloud Nin's head. Blood rolled down his face as he lost all sense of hearing and said, damn, oh my lord, that is insanity. Naruto looked at the final 2. Sharingan! One of them, that seemed like the leader, exclaimed. The final 2 appeared to the side of Naruto with a kunai and stabbed him in the heart. It's over! We did it! The other one of them said with relief. The 2 then slowly tried to take the Sharingan out of Naruto's eyes. Yeah, it's over for you. A voice came from behind them. It was Naruto. He looked perfectly fine. What? How? The final 2 then looked at each other and saw that their kunai were engraved in each other's hearts. Ever since you looked into my eyes, you replaced in a genjutsu. Naruto gazed at them as they fell on the ground, blood dripping from their bones. There's a witness. Naruto looked towards the tree and sensed them from the right. I know you're there. Go ahead and go to your Kage, Inugami Enryu. Tell him what happened here. I don't care. I've been waiting for something this exciting for a while. The Cloud Nin quickly fled with fear etched in his heart. Great. Alright, bet. Yeah, so that's the end of part 3 of What is Naruto Bandit Konoha. Get this video to, oh my gosh, y'all been hitting 100 too easily, but I don't want to say 200 because there's a chance y'all might not hit that for a couple days. So I'll say 150. 150 views, and I'll post part 4. Yeah, I feel like that's good. Reasonable. That's what we'll go with. 150 views, hit part 4. Alright, well, shoot, that's it for me. This is your boy, the Enemy Abu, and I'm out. Deuces.